2010 opened my eyes on a couple of things. My perspective changed also on a couple of things. As usual, I opened the list, sorted it by year, and I had 4 movies in 2010 that were rated 7 out of 10 or higher. And I'm like, I can't do top 10 if I only have 4 movies that deserve to be recommended. It already happened once. So when I was making a video about year 2000, I was in the same exact situation. So I had 4 movies rated 7 out of 10 and I couldn't make top 10, so I made top 5. But it's 2010 and I didn't believe that in 2010 there were no good movies. So I watched a couple dozen new movies that I haven't seen before, and now I have top 10, top 11 even. Then I decided, well, if it worked for 2010, maybe it will work for 2000. I'd already made a video about the year 2000, but I still can add it in the comments. And I added a couple of dozens movies from the year 2000 in my watch list, and so far it hasn't worked because like I've watched about 5, 6, 7 movies and none of them earned 7 out of 10 or more. So I have about 20 something movies left, and I hope they are better, because otherwise I'd waste like 100 hours on this and it will yield no result, and it will be very disappointing. But again, if none of these 20 something movies actually are worth 7 out of 10 or more, then well, my top was correct. So that's something. That's not a lot, but like, yeah, I was right. The year 2000 didn't have good movies, so like only 4. Okay, let's go. 2010. Starting from Machete. It's a very dumb movie, but it works. Again, so if a movie is rated 7 out of 10, it means that it works. Like, it does what the director wanted it to do. So it's a dark comedy, absurd type of action, and it's incredibly goofy and dark. It's Robert Rodriguez, so you know his work. He likes to mix comedy with Sin City. Yeah, so we have From Dusk Till Dawn, Spy Kids, all 4 movies, Sin City, etc., Planet Terror, etc., etc. So he likes to mix gore with comedy, and this is exactly that. So by no means I can recommend it to anyone, but like if you like dark comedy with, well, there is no much gore in this one, but it's dark and stupid, and there are a lot of guns and chopped off limbs by a machete, surprisingly. So, but it's okay. If you know what you're getting into, it does what it's supposed to do. 7 out of 10. Yeah. Okay, number 10. Eat, Pray, Love. So, again, people don't like this movie. But it does what it's supposed to do. So it's a movie for women. If you are not a woman, I very doubt that you will like this movie. So Julia Roberts, which was 40 at the time of filming this movie, are playing 28-something young woman, and she's the wrong actress for this movie. Because like, she doesn't look 28 remotely. She's obviously 40, 35, 40, not 28. So it does seem off. But like all of the other things, they're okay. I don't know what Ryan Murphy directed. Not much, I guess. Yeah. That's basically his only movie. Because like, as you can see, he's focused on TV shows. So this is his only movie. So It isn't as good, but it's okay. Again, it does what it's supposed to do. There are several flaws, but they don't diminish the whole experience. 7 out of 10. Okay, the King's Speech. Okay, so this movie is complete fiction. Even though it says it's based on a true story, nothing shown is true. So the only thing that is true is that, yes, King George VI had a stutter problem. And yes, he was working with some speech therapist. That's all. That's the only two facts that align with the actual history. I'm serious. Nothing that is shown in this movie is remotely true. King Edward acts completely out of historical facts. Churchill acts completely out of his historical facts. And every person shown in this movie has nothing to do with the actual people this movie was supposed to be based on. But if you disregard all of that, it's a nice movie. I suppose there is a chance that this movie was sponsored by the British Crown to like suppress all the scandals that stemmed from the royal family at that time, because like all of royal family members are saints basically. Like, yes, he has a stutter, yes, he is married a woman he wasn't supposed to marry, but they are just people. They didn't do anything wrong, and the British Crown did so much wrong in the 40s. Seriously, like, it's hilarious how inaccurate this movie is, but again, if you are not looking for historical accuracy, this is a nice movie about overcoming your speech impediment and other limiting things. It's very nice. Geoffrey Rush, the guy that played Barbossa, again in all of Pirates of the Caribbean movies, is basically the main character, and he's good. He's really good. And Colin Firth plays the king, but again, I've never seen him anywhere else. So he's fine. He played Galahad in Kingsman. He played Mark Darcy. But again, like, he's nothing special. He's not a good actor. He's fine, yeah, he's okay, but I don't really feel him. But Geoffrey, he's good. He's 5 stars. 5 stars out of 10. Yeah, well, he's no Ben Kingsley, but he's okay. He 7 out of 10 actually, if you're talking seriously. He's not great by any measure, but he's very good. Yeah. Okay, 7 out of 10 obviously. Okay, number 8. There's Shutter Island. So, originally, it was rated like 5 out of 10 or something, and I had to rewatch it because it's the most rated movie of 2010, and it obviously doesn't deserve to be 8 out of 10 because it's nothing. There is no message. It's just a cool thriller that's scary. There are a couple of scenes that are actually scary. It's not listed as a horror, as you can see, yeah, but there are a couple of scenes that it's actually scary. And I applaud that because not many movies manage to make a scene that is scary to me, because I've watched like 100 horror movies and like I'm accustomed to horror. But there are a couple of scenes that manage to scare me. Yeah, that's very good. And yeah, if you don't expect much from it, you'll have fun. Well, if you like thrillers and horror movies, that is, yeah. Well, it's a dark mystery. Yeah, it's okay. It's good. It's not 8 out of 10, but yeah, it's good. Okay, number 7, The Social Network. I was really surprised how good this movie is, because like I thought it would be just another biopic about Mark Zuckerberg, but turned out it's not about him at all. And I wouldn't even call it biopic because like the events in this movie aren't exclusively about Mark Zuckerberg. It's mostly about Facebook, like how it came to be, but it's legal, it's legal drama. Yeah, it's epic. I don't know if it's epic. It's not epic. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, it's a legal. It's mostly legal drama. There are a lot of lawyers. There are a lot of business talks and so on and so forth. But it's okay. It's good. Yeah, basically it's good. Number 6. Okay, so we're entering the territory of movie that no one watched. It only has 70,000 ratings. It's a weird movie because I still don't know if it's an actual documentary or not. I still don't know. Even though like 15 years passed, I still don't know if it's real. And I googled Mr. Brainwash. This movie is about him. And he has a freaking museum. So, like, Mr. Brainwash is actually a real artist now. But here he's shown like some sort of opportunist that's possibly a bit autistic and so on and so forth. And like, it's filmed like a mockumentary, but again, there is no tag of mockumentary here. There is a tag of satire and there is a tag of documentary, but like, it's like, it really blurs the line between fact and fiction, because like the characters that are shown in this movie are real, and I suppose the events are real too, but somehow it's not real. How does that work? I don't know. But yeah, so basically if you are interested to know how art market works, this is definitely the movie to watch. Like modern art, all of that, money laundering, all of that, etc., etc. It's the movie to watch. I haven't seen another movie that's not a documentary, because it's technically not a documentary that actually exposes the art market. But it's funny, and it actually delivers a message about art markets. So yeah. Okay, and the last in 7 out of 10, the kids are all right. So this movie is also very interesting because like it brushes over the topic of polyamory, but since it's 2010, it barely touches it. Like, you might feel the touch, but it doesn't actually dive into it. And it's a pity, because it would have been a much more nuanced and flavorful movie if they weren't so scared to tackle polyamory. Because like the setting, it screams polyamory, but the movie itself, yeah, that's too much. We can't do that. That's very unchristian-like, or something like that. Because like monogamy still dominates the world, even though it's unlivable by now. The institution of marriage is outdated by now, and it's basically impossible. Why do you think the divorce rates are so high? About 70%? Think about it. 70% of marriages end in divorce. If you are going to marry, like, there is only 30% chance that you will live together for more than 10 years. It doesn't work. It no longer works. And yeah, but Mark Ruffalo does a great job. Yeah, and this is the guy that played Hulk. And Julianne Moore, yeah, her. She does a great job also. So if you're interested about like these topics, like polyamory, gay couples, adopted kids, etc., etc., like it's a must watch. Even though it's rated 7 out of 10, it's a must watch if you're interested in these topics, because it covers them pretty well. Well, except for polyamory. It barely touches it. Like the setting is there, but it blatantly ignores this question. But you can think about it. Like the setting is enough to think about it. Okay, so we are moving to 8 out of 10s. We got 3 movies. Starting from the less known one, Temple Grandin. It's even less watched because it's a TV movie, but it's good. Yeah, I've seen some clips from TikTok from this movie, and I've become interested, and like it looks like something I would like to watch, and I was right. Claire Danes does the terrific job of playing an autistic woman that's actually brilliant and high functioning and all of that. And this movie isn't about autism, but it is shown pretty good. So I've seen some reviews saying that, ooh, we didn't get to see enough bullying. I know it sounds weird, but it's actually true. Let me find this review because it's so funny. Yeah, here it is. I suspect that the mean treatment that Temple Grandin encountered from schoolmates in the film is mild in comparison to the torment that kids routinely inflict upon schoolmates who are in some way different. Like, what the fuck? Like, I acknowledge that bullying is a thing, and usually and here is another one, even the students who made fun of Temple were restrained. Believe me, in a regular classroom, she would have faced harsher treatment. So these are the only pertinent critiques of this movie, because like mostly it's 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, and 8 out of 10. Like there is very limited amount of bad reviews. And when they are bad, like if they're 6 out of 10 or below, they are talking about she didn't get bullied enough, unsubscribe. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, so this is a movie about an autistic woman that becomes a top scientist of humane livestock handling industry. And I didn't check if it was historically accurate, because in this case it doesn't really matter. It's such a small niche thing that even if it's completely fabricated, I don't care, and even if it's completely historically true, I don't care. Like it doesn't concern me at all. But she does a very good job. She plays an autistic person very well. So like, if you want to watch a movie about autism that isn't depressing. Because usually when handicapped people are showed in the movies, they are like all the pain and suffering and so on and so forth, and they force sympathy out of you, and it's not a very pleasant experience. But here, like, yes, she's autistic, and yes, she's completely fine with it. How about that? Okay, number 3, Black Swan. So this is the only movie that didn't change its rating, first of all, and this is the only movie that had 8 out of 10 before I started watching more movies to make this top. And I have rewatched it also, and it's still 8 out of 10, so yes, this is a seal of quality right here. And it's made by Darren Aronofsky, who makes incredible movies, seriously. Like, he's the most prolific director that makes movies that are great. So first of all, Requiem for a Dream, 10 out of 10. Then Black Swan, 8 out of 10. Then Mother, 9 out of 10. And like, it's a very rare thing for someone to make 2 movies that two, you know? 2, it's not a big number, 2 movies that are rated 8 out of 10 or more. He made 3. Like, holy shit. I haven't watched his recent ones. I deliberately evade the whale because I don't like fat people. Cancel me. And I haven't seen anything about the newest 2, but I think like at least one of these is 7 out of 10. Like, I can bet something on that. So yeah, so back to the Black Swan. This is a movie about perfection, control, and it's a very good thriller, psychological drama, and so on. You can read the synopsis if you want. That's good. If you like thrillers, definitely watch it. If you like psychological drama, definitely watch it. Okay, number 2. Never Let Me Go. Okay, so this is this movie is something. So the reviews don't get the point. The reviews don't get the point at all. Like, there are many reviews that, like, yeah, you don't want to see it unless you want to let go of your brain. Tasteless nonsense. Hideous, boring, and illogical. You start grasping this theme, yeah? So all of these critics accuse this movie of not, just live and you won't have to die. They all address the same point, that I can't. Okay, I'll spoil it a bit later, but for now, no spoilers. So this movie is about accepting your mortality. Like Memento Mori, like one day you are going to die. And this movie is exclusively about that. The setting is a bit weird. Yeah, so all of these haters, they like take it at face value, and at face value it doesn't really make sense. But if you actually understand what this movie is about, like they're basically saying, all of these critics, they're saying, why did you die? Don't do that. Like, it's incredibly stupid. Because this movie is exactly about that. Like, you can't choose not to die because you are mortal. Like, you're doomed to die one day. And they're like, no, that's stupid. I don't think that's how it works. I think if you don't want to die, you won't die. Like, what? What? And they are the ones that are calling this movie illogical. What? Why? That's not how that works, actually. You can't choose not to die. There is no such option. And they are like blaming the main characters for not choosing this option. Yeah. Okay, so spoilers only for this movie. So this movie is about clones that were brought up to harvest organs from them. So it's basically like The Island, but The Island is stupid. And this movie isn't, because The Island isn't about anything. It's like, oh my god, this is horrible. Killing people for organs is horrible, and that's the whole message. It's not very deep. But here it's not about that. Here it's about mortality. So they're grown for organs, and even though they're grown for organs, they live in their society. Like, they aren't trapped anywhere, they aren't held against their will, they just live here among other people, but sometimes they go to the hospital and one of their organs get removed. And that's why people hate this movie, because why do you willfully agree to that? That doesn't make any sense. But again, this is a metaphor. You're not supposed... It's not like you're watching a documentary. It's just how the message is conveyed. So it's about you. It's not about some sci-fi clones. It's about you. You are the clones. You have no choice. You can't choose not to die, because death comes for us all. So, like... It's very good. I would have rated it 9 out of 10 just because of the message, but it does have some flaws and the acting is not very good. But Jesus Christ, the message is so good. So it's at least 8 out of 10. Yeah. Spoilers over. Okay, so number 1. 9 out of 10. Okay, so Blue Valentine. I don't like this movie. I rated it 9 out of 10, but I don't like it. It's so hard to watch, you know. It's very painful to watch. Not in a bad way, but like it tears your soul apart. So again, I don't know the director. Yeah, he didn't film much. There is a movie. Yeah, so there is. Yeah, it's a perfect comparison. So there is a movie called Nocturnal Animals. That's 10 out of 10 spoilers for the year 2016. And this movie just, yeah, more people have heard about this movie, so because it has more reviews. It tears your soul apart. Just like it's straight attack to your emotions. And it's filmed by Tom Ford that has filmed 2 movies total. And Blue Valentine is filmed by a director that has filmed 7, yeah? Don't let me lie to you. 4. 4 movies. Again, no one heard about him. But okay, so basically the message of this movie is that romance is not what you expect it to be. Like the honeymoon phase of any relationship lasts 2 to 3 years, maybe even less, but 3 years is the maximum. And by that time people are actually married, and then suddenly they're like, how am I in this marriage still? And again, our society prepares people to be in the marriage until someone dies. Like, it's supposed to be forever. Like, you marry once and you live together until both of you are 90 and you peacefully die in your sleep and everyone is happy. But it doesn't work this way. Like, it's a pure fantasy. That's not how the world works. Marriage lasts 2 to 10 years. Like, 10 years is the maximum. Like, there are some outliers, but 70% of all marriage ends in divorce, and that 70% happens before the 10-year anniversary. So this movie is a wake-up call for people who think that romance is everything and marriage is eternal and love is the most important thing in this world, and etc., etc. That's not how that works. Like, if you still believe in these fantasies, you're on the level of people who believe in Santa Claus and God. It's just not true. And you need to watch this movie to wake up, because it does a very great job of portraying what young and beautiful love turns into after 3 years. Because it does. There are statistics to prove it. Okay. That's all. Determinism is freedom.